what's up, y'all? It's your girl, J. Renee, with Prison Riot Radio and Hip Hop Humanism Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This afternoon, we got a brother on the phone by the name of Gerald Rose, and he is the founder and CEO of the New Order National Human Rights Organization. So we're going to catch up with him, find out what that is and what they do, and see where we go from there on a nice build. All right, brother, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, 100%. So tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you from.
I'm originally from Toledo, Ohio. I started an organization called New Order National Human Rights Organization in Toledo, Ohio, back in 1994. My dad was an activist, and the reason why I got started, first of all, because of the genes, but two of my best friends got killed. They used to cut my dad grass, and my dad went on an 18-day fast, and I was looking at him as a father first and as an activist second, and he started losing all his weight, and he was looking for some spiritual guidance. Mm-hmm. So once he received it, he asked me, said, "Son, can you go outside and hold a press conference?" I already knew what he was always talking about, but at the same time, I was young and stuff like that, so I went out there and held a press conference and explained why my dad went on this 18-day fast, and he was looking for some spiritual guidance. And then what happened was I started liking what I was doing, and I ended up moving to Georgia, the birthplace of Dr. King, started getting involved in things like that, and I brought New Order to the birthplace of Dr. King, and I've been going on ever since.
Okay, well, we definitely thank you for starting that. Just from the name of it, I know it definitely sounds like something we need. And from the things that you told me about it, I know it's something that we need. So give the people a little bit more insight exactly what New Order National Human Rights Organization is and what they do.
Well, we're the voice for the voiceless. If your rights being violated, we can provide you legal counsel. We deal with school issues. We deal with job opportunities. We're very active in the political side of the field. We're just out there for the community, things like that. So, we always say that all kids, please put down the pistols, pick up the pencils, because another victim dies, another mother cries. So basically, we're concerned about the youth violence as well. So we also do a lot of motivational speaking and things like that. So we have a lot of programs. We try to be proactive instead of being reactive, and things like that. So we're very, very conscious about our people.
Okay, so I want to ask you, part of what's going on in our communities is, incarceration for different reasons, and the turnaround rates usually are absolutely ridiculous. And if you look at the, sentences and things like that, you can definitely see differences. So I wanted to ask you, is that something that you noticed, and is there anything that you do when it comes to the incarcerated or their families?
Oh, yeah, I spoke out several times about incarceration. I also had a press conference in front of the Macon State Prison here in Georgia, where a young man was illegally locked up. And I called a press conference right in front of the prison to let him know that his rights has been violated, and you have someone inside this jail that's prison is illegally by documentation. And I end up getting this young man released, and things like that. It's just the fact damage was done. He was sitting in prison for a long time, and he was fighting for his freedom, and then he came across my organization. We did our research first, because we don't take cases on emotions, we go on facts.
Right.
And also on facts, he was an innocent man, shouldn't be in prison. So we jumped on that. And I also noticed that there's a lot of people in prison are innocent. A lot of people in prison are guilty, but at the same time, they deserve a second chance once they get back out in society. And one thing that I do is that I do protest in front of jails when they're being treated like animals inside these jails and prisons. Because again, we know a jail ain't no hotel, but at the same time, inmates does have rights, and I do believe that. They absolutely got rights and things like that. So I know that being mistreated behind closed walls and things like that. So definitely I'm very concerned about the prison system.
Yeah, I definitely am with you there as far as the, protesting where the problems are, and letting it be known. A lot of times people don't know what's going on in these prisons, because it's like out of sight, out of mind, or they put it in their mind a certain way, and they're usually the forgotten population. So
Right.
the voiceless is those people as well. So we definitely thank you for your efforts there.
Okay.
So I want to, let it be clear so everybody know this is not something that is just for one particular state, is it? Like, how does it work when it comes to that?
Oh no, we have local contact people throughout the country. My goal is to have a contact person in every 52 states of the United States by the end of the year. And basically, they don't even got to know who that person is. That could be somebody behind the scenes that whistleblow cases to us.
Right.
And that the next time we at your front door, they wonder where we come from, stuff like that. So I use social media wisely for networking only. If I was a personal side of it, I don't care about that. Just the fact I'm using it for networking, and it's a beautiful tool if you use it the right way. But yes, I do have people in Chicago, Detroit, Kansas, Delaware, knowing things like that. So it's just the fact that we all got to work together because there's issues everywhere, everywhere. Sure. So we must all work together, and I do believe in unity.
Yeah, 100%. We gotta unify. That right. is the bottom line right there. That's the foundation, the bottom line, and everything in between.
And I must give a shout out to the Nation of Islam, to Minister Sharif, the regional director, the right-hand man of Minister Farrakhan. He provides security for myself and the organization everywhere do I travel. I went to Philadelphia. He provided security for me, Augusta, Georgia, all over the country, Mississippi, several places in Mississippi. He provided security for me. So I must give a shout out to the Nation of Islam. Because they definitely got New Order back.
Definitely got to give a shout out to them. So we know what you got going on presently. What's some of the things in the future that you hope to achieve?
Well, first of all, we're not a perfect organization, but we are an organization that's not, we do get off Facebook and take action. And things like that. Facebook or anything, injustice that goes on. We don't just say, oh, that's messed up, or just comment in private group pages all day. That's a no-no for me. That's why I really don't be on all these private pages and stuff. People just talking about stuff. I'm all about action.
Right.
Things like that. So that's the only way that I can be, should I say, productive in the community. Because my dad always told me, say, son, people go talk about you. When they talk about you, that means you must be doing the work. When they ain't talking about you, that means you ain't doing that. I do have a lot of haters. A lot of people do talk. I ain't gonna lie. But as long as me and God stay on one accord, that's the only one that I believe in. That's the only one that I'm gonna respect and trust in and stuff like that. Man and woman on this earth, if you don't like me or whatever, this or that, that's between you and your creator. But right. I must continue to do the work. Like, for example, when I helped out Michael Vick here in Georgia, when he went down for dog fight, I never supported dog fighting, but I do support a black man deserve a second chance. So I had a big protest in front of the Georgia Dome. And I've been on Nancy Grace and ESPN, CNN and all that. They thought I was crazy. I said, you know what? Once Michael Vick turned his life around and admit to God he made a mistake, his life is going to be different. And I'll be darned what happened. That young man ended up getting out of jail. He signed another $100 million contract to play for the Eagles. Got out of debt and everything. Because I was sending Michael Vick a letter in Virginia every week. And things like that. So, and my dream came true. Now all of a sudden everybody like, man, I didn't know that was going. I said, I told you, when you believe in God, you believe, and you going on facts, that's going to happen. So I went on facts.
Right.
Yeah, 2015, I went and spoke on the Sandra Bland case in Texas. I didn't just, that's messed up. I flew out there and had a press conference in front of that jail where she was murdered, and told them that we are seeking justice, and it's not just a Texas thing. This is affecting the state of Georgia and America. I'm quite sure a lot of people spoke out on Sandra Bland, but I went to the jail, and said and demand to get justice for this young lady.
Yeah, going where the problem is and addressing it is something that I've done myself many a time. So I understand it, and I commend you, because we really do put our life on the line, because anything can happen out there. You know what I mean?
That's
so
right.
It takes a certain level of courageousness.
The James Craig Anderson case back in 2011 in Jackson, Mississippi. You could Google that. What happened was a black man was walking outside of a hotel, and he got ran over by four carloads of white people from Rankin County. Said, we just killed that in person. And I'm looking at CNN. I didn't wait on Jesse Jackson and Al
Right,
Sharpton.
right.
All them. I told my vice president, I said, look, we're here in Jackson, Mississippi. I went down there, met with the DA. Because when I found out it was three other white people that was in the car with the one that drove over them, they are accessory to the crime. So what happened was I went out there and spoke on it. I got all of them got all of them locked up. And you can Google that.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that was a James Craig Anderson in 2011.
Yeah, you definitely out here doing the work, brother, and we appreciate it very much. I know the listeners that don't know of you yet will appreciate it, and those that know you already definitely appreciate everything that you do.
I really appreciate you. You're doing the work too as well. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Because again, it's all about working together and showing unity. And I love your platform as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. I'll be putting in some work, man. I'm trying to just do what I'm supposed to, for real. Let the people know how they can get in contact with you. How can they get involved? Like, what's that look like?
They can contact New Order at 1-800-346-5138. Or they can send us an email at n1992order@yahoo.com, or they can visit our website at www.nonhro.org. No one's going to save our children for us but us.
You said that right. I've give everybody an opportunity to drop some gems on the people, on the listeners. So I want to extend that opportunity to you. The floor is yours.
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, I just want to say that if you're interested in joining the movement, this is a full-time movement. This is not a part-time moment, because, and we always say to my New Order family, it's New Order for life. And the reason why we say for life, because this thing is bigger than me and you. We're looking out for our children, our babies, our grandbabies, because somebody looked out for us. We want to be successful, like giving a shout out to our ancestors, the ones that went through hard pain when they was, doing this stuff when they was growing up. So I am very committed. And again, I just want to say I love you all, and we just want to make sure that we continue to fight justice for people.